Everybody, Secretary Funk, back and ungroomed. I have an event this weekend, so I don't like to shave, or I like to get a haircut and a shave right before I got to do whatever I have to do. Seems like when I have the stubble, I get a better shave, so that's why I'm looking kind of. I can't even see myself with my glasses. I guess it doesn't look too bad. How's everybody doing? Get adjusted here. So, a couple of weeks ago, I'm talking with Jeff, Glowing00cabbage, online, complimenting him on his artwork, which, by the way, is just amazing artwork, just creative artwork. I've seen that he does drawings, he does photos, some of the textures. I think I remember seeing in one of his Flickr accounts, and he has some crazy, just perfect shots of like paint peeling and stuff like that. Man, it's the kind of thing that I like to see when I'm at the flea markets and everything, digging for records. Also, I look for art. You guys have seen my post on the artwork that I have laying around here. I think it's becoming known more and more that I'm a collector of artwork. Steffi Vaughn sent me some of her artwork. I pick up the random artwork, which you see behind me. All of these are by unknown artists or artists that are just like friends of mine. And I have 2 more additions to my collection. And it's awesome. Jeff sent me 2 pieces of artwork. And this is actually my second time shooting this video tonight because I had like this whole insightful kind of conjecture as far as analyzing one of the pieces of art that he sent me. Ended up being completely wrong after I talked to him. So I'm glad that I did get a chance to speak with you, Jeff, before I uploaded that last video. I look like a complete idiot. But let me go ahead and share with you guys what Jeff sent me. He posted a couple of pictures online of some drawings that he had done. He was just posting a lot of them. I'm like, man, these are really good. Like really good. And these seem just like, I could be wrong, but they just seem like quick random doodles that he's doing. But I like them. One of the things that I look for in artwork is figures. And if you're looking back in my last video, you see a lot of figures, with the exception of the Thelonious Monk. You don't know who they are. They're either plain face figures, which I like, or it's just an unrecognizable, random drawing or depiction of somebody. And so I saw this one, and I loved it. Look at that. It's a pen drawing. And I was rapping with him, and he's I'll send you something. Let me know what you saw, what you like. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I never told Jeff this, but the timing was crazy because I was on his page just prior to him sending me an instant message out of the blue, like looking at his artwork again. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that I admire, Jeff, or a piece of artwork that I look at a lot, that I really like, I'm guessing the photoshops where people are observing you, like on graffiti. People are observing you and are a portrait of you in the museum. To me, that's just super fucking creative. I love that shit. I would actually like some, if I had children later on, once my children develop facial features that are distinct, I would love to have a piece like that, made up of them, where people are like sitting there looking at them in a pit. That's just, to me, the concept, the idea of that, and the execution of it, the way it is, clear photo and all of that stuff, it's just nice. I'm rambling. This video is more so for Jeff, to thank Jeff. So I'm really not, trying to make a presentation here. But look at that, man. That is just so cool. And he signed it for me. I had to have him sign it. And I love it. I love it. It will be framed. Thank you, Jeff, so much for this. It's just so weird, to be looking at something in one moment, damn, that's so cool. And then he offers it to me. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious. The offer still stands, Jeff. I would definitely commission you one day for some artwork, um, because that's what I do. I've done it twice before with artists. You guys saw the Thelonious Monk that I did a commission for, so you know I will do that. I appreciate it. I support people, creative people like Jeff. And then Jeff wrote me a note and sent me this. Now this is the thing that I was all wrong about, and once I tell you guys might be as blown as I am about it. Check this out. It's a nice photo printed out on some nice high gloss paper with a nice border to be framed. He is labeled Sparks, and of course it's signed. And Jeff also gave me some best wishes on a sticky, which I really appreciate. But I was saying I was wrong because I'm thinking like this is like some type of filtered text, you know, like real. If anybody's ever messed with Photoshop, you could be an amateur and just kind of like, you know, mess with different textures and filters and create something that you would think is creative, but to somebody who's advanced in Photoshop, it's not that creative. Well, I wouldn't be able to create this in Photoshop, but I was like, wow, you know, this looks like a Photoshop thing, which is cool because, you know, I look at art from all angles, and let me see if I could capture this. So when you're looking at it up close, it's still pretty cool, but like kind of when you bring it back, it almost looks like a photograph or a picture of something like surface of the sun, and you know all the activities that go on with the sun flare-ups and shit. Like, I mean, like you can see distinct lines, but as you look further back, this becomes kind of like solid and a real kind of almost a very almost super bright to the eye. It's just crazy. So anyway, I'm sitting here in the first video talking about this thing, like, oh, you know, Photoshop. And that. Come to find out, after talking to Jeff, this is actually some camera technique that he used from a spark of a flame, or a flame, right? Like a random spark. Who knows how big or how small it can be, but so big. But he, being the creative, advanced probably, photographer that he is, was able to use some techniques, I guess, with his camera and capture this and manipulate it to where this is the actual photo. This is not a photoshopped this is not a Photoshop filter or creation at all. This is an actual photograph that he used. I think he said he manipulated or adjusted the shutter speed. All foreign language to me. But I definitely admire great artwork, creative artwork. So my next video, I'll be showing where this is framed. I really appreciate all the non-vinyl VC gifts that I get. I love it, man. You know, you think I'm bullshitting. This stuff is going up in my house. This stuff means a lot to me. I mean, you know, all of this is people's creativity captured. But then, you know, like we're developing these relationships, these friendships in the VC. Certain people click. Certain people, you know, watch certain people's videos. Certain people only comment on certain people's videos. That's natural. It's like almost like a natural selection of friends, of people that you're on the same wavelength. I've always felt that with Glowing Cabbage, you know what I'm saying, or Jeff. And, you know, always make sure, you know, let him know I'm watching. He always leaves me messages on Facebook, which is, it's just nice to know that, you know, somebody admires you as well, thinks about you, and it's a great friendship. I mean, I definitely appreciate Jeff. I appreciate him even more, for lack of better terms, even more, as if I didn't before. But I appreciate him even more now that he shared some of his creative artwork with me. I mean, that's just, I don't know what other words to use other than I really, really appreciate it. And I dig it, man. I really do. I dig it. I dig it both. Knowing the story behind the photograph, and then seeing this drawing and actually being able to hold it as, you know, as it been given to me as a present. It's the finer things in life. It really is. I'm not going to ramble on too much. I do have a vinyl update for you guys. I'm going to post that a little bit later. But yeah, this is a thank you to Glowing Cabbage, Jeff, my man. Thank you. Hammond thanks you too. You can't see him, but he's right here. Hear him? All right, guys.